Residents from the Kaski district bid a warm welcome to employees from Transparency International. TI Nepal has been coming here since 2020 to combat corruption and protect funds allocated to fight climate change.
The central government allocates a budget to climate change. Yet just 20% of those funds actually wind up where they're supposed to. That's what we discovered in our investigation. Instead of going towards climate change, the money is often used for meetings or seminars with politicians. A lot of funds are spent on things like that.
And that needs to change. TI Nepal regularly asks residents of Kaski how climate change is affecting them. Often the local authorities aren't even aware of their problems, so the information that's gathered here is sent to them too. That helps lend a voice to people who've previously gone unheard and gives them the courage to advocate for themselves.
Compared to men, we women are often less well educated. But we've started to address the negative consequences of corruption, as well as the effects of a lack of transparency. We've become far more interested in these issues as a result.
The forest is vital to the people of Kaski. It provides them with firewood and food for their animals. But now their very livelihood is at risk. There's been a huge landslide on the other side of the valley, and it's not the only landslide that's happened in the region. Normally, the snow-covered Annapurna Mountains would be visible, but they're shrouded in clouds. The monsoons have changed, bringing longer and heavier spells of rain.
Look here, everything is still soaked from the rain. It's been like this for 12 days. Even my house was flooded. Half the grain is ruined. It should have been harvested long ago.
Many here don't understand the cause of their growing problems and believe they're being punished by the gods.
We've seen that people don't have any idea about climate change, and even TI Nepal, when we are starting from scratch and we're finding it so difficult to make people understand what's climate change, what's the environment, impact.
That's why the NGO asked public broadcaster Radio Nepal for help. It's produced ads that raise awareness about climate change. Torrential rains have also destroyed crops in the Chitwan district in the south of the country. The farmers try to salvage what they can. The downpours have also caused the water levels of both rivers here to rise. The rivers flood their banks several times a year, often sweeping away homes and farmland. Yet instead of shoring up riverbanks, local authorities often spend climate change funds on roads.
The local government hasn't been able to develop plans and strategies to tackle these problems. So the population suffers. People can't even supply themselves with the bare essentials.
The fishes are suffering too. Rising temperatures cause the rivers to dry up in the summer. Water quality has also deteriorated rapidly.
Look here. I didn't catch a single fish. Before, I could cast my net and get 15 or 20 of them with a single throw.
But there's reason to hope the situation will improve soon. staff from Transparency International are working closely with the authorities to determine why funding doesn't end up where it's so badly needed. And the local government has promised to allocate more money for victims of climate change and for protective measures to combat flooding, such as buffer zones.
In every sector, each of us have played a small roles in adding up to the corruption. It's not only like keeping the money in your pocket, or it's not only money laundering, but it's also about when you don't really do your duty, when you don't really know how to do your duty, then also it adds up to the corruption. So yeah.
People affected by climate change can also take action. Transparency International helps them obtain the funds that have been allocated to them. It's an important step on the long road to change.